how did you end up at Heartlight?
A lot of fighting with my parents my freshman year.
Well, what was all the fighting about?
Mainly just not following their rules.
I just ridiculous.
Thought I was above the rules.
Well,
did whatever I wanted.
Wow. So when did the thing with your parents start going bad? Was it in that 7th grade year or 6th grade year when you started drinking?
I'd say 8th grade year. Drinking, I was drinking like almost every day, and
really,
I got caught sending nudes, and like I think my parents they lost a lot of trust in me, so I had no respect for them.
You know where your birth mother or birth dad are or anything?
My birth father doesn't want anything to do with me because he has his own wife and his own kids, and he had an affair with my birth mom.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know. My birth mom's either on drugs or dead, so I have no idea.
You think about your birth mom and birth dad?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you think they think about you?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you they do. I bet you your birth mom does. I bet you she thinks about you all the time.
Basically, I got really into drugs and the wrong crowd and just guys, and I wasn't, I didn't have a close relationship with my parents. Things weren't bad, but it just wasn't, good.
So did it surprise you when they said, we're going to do something different?
I mean, no. They told me if they drug tested me and I came back positive, they were just going to send me somewhere else, and so I knew it was coming.
And you knew that this was going to happen?
Yeah.
I just didn't really listen to what my parents told me, anything at all. I just was like, no, I'm not doing it.
When did that start? What age were you?
Probably 8th grade. Yeah. So it's been, I'm supposed to be a junior right now, but I'm a freshman, so it's been happening for 3 years now.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
I just started kind of getting in with people that probably weren't the healthiest for me.
Yeah.
Just led me down a path that just made me even less want to be around my family.
Wow.
And gave me the opportunity to not be around my family at all. Just
and how? What do you mean?
Girls, definitely a problem. Always was with my girlfriend, just not doing stuff we should have been doing.
Okay, so you did coke the first time when? How old were you?
16.
Okay, 16. When you look back at that and think about that, do you kind of go, I can't believe I did coke?
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it seem kind of odd? Do you think you just weren't thinking straight, or?
I think the coke was more, because at that point, the Adderall was my drug. I was fine with where I was kind of thing. I was okay. And I think the coke was more just to say, I've done coke kind of thing.
Wow.
But it's,
wow.
I definitely think, I'm very thankful that I got caught.
Yeah.
Because I could see myself getting addicted to it if I hadn't got caught.
Wow.
So
what were your feelings when you got here?
Well, there's a lot of, the reoccurring, I'm being abandoned again.
Yeah.
No one really cares about me.
Yeah.
But in the hindsight, that's not really what happened. they do care.
But you still felt it,
Yeah,
though.
I still felt that.
So how long did it take to kind of get over that?
Honestly, there's days I still feel that. It never really goes away from me.
Really?
Yeah, but I know it's not the truth.
I was really mad at my parents, and I was just sad. I was sad I didn't have any friends back home. I was sad because I hadn't made any friends here. I was just really sad, honestly.
Yeah. And why don't you think you made any friends?
Because I was rude to everyone. I just pushed everyone away, and that was my fault, and I know that now, but I just didn't know that at the time.
So why were you rude to everybody?
I was rude to people because I didn't want them to hurt me, so I hurt them first.
Why do you want them to hurt you?
Guess I just didn't want my feelings to get hurt.
Right, so you just kind of abandon everybody?
Yeah.
Has it changed anything?
Yeah, it definitely has.
Like what? What have you learned since you've been here that you go, okay, I've come and spent some time here, I've made the most of my time, or the best of the time that I could. What have you learned?
I was really angry, and I didn't know how to handle that anger. When I got here, any little thing would just send me into a spiral of ripping doors off walls, punching holes in walls, screaming at people, getting into fights. Any little thing could just send me off the walls. And
what do you think that's about? What do you think that's about that you would get that angry and stuff?
Over small stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely something deeper down.
Have you figured out what that is?
I definitely know that there's some stuff that definitely frustrates me about my past, my adoption, my biological dad just treating my mom horribly while she was pregnant with me definitely makes me really angry, just even to think about.
Wow.
I look back, like, being here, like, we've talked a lot about why I've done drugs and how I'm going to prevent myself from doing drugs, and we've kind of got to the bottom of, like when I came here, I didn't know why I did drugs. I didn't know why I was striving for these relationships with guys that weren't healthy. And so I came here and I was able to look back and, like, be away from it, and it gave me an opportunity to look back. And we've kind of figured out that it's because I was shutting off my emotions to, like, shutting off all my, like, I guess more negative emotions and just being okay with everything, and then having those moments when I am on drugs that I'm more than okay with everything. Like, I'm happy.
Have you seen changes happening in your life, though?
Yeah, I think I've definitely dealt with a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff was brought out that I hadn't really seen in me before.
Like what?
Like acting out for attention because I couldn't get it from anyone else. Just I didn't think I'd get it from my parents.
Wow.
Just seeking attention. I kind of noticed
Is that acting out as a coping mechanism, or a spoiled little brat that throws fits?
I think more of a little bit of both sometimes.
Yeah.
But for sure. But
that's good for you to realize. I mean,
know.
because you go, wait a minute, I can't be doing this.
Yeah.
You're a different person than the last time you and I talked.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
And when I say that, what do you see that's different?
I mean, I feel like now I'm more positive, I'm more understanding of the things going on around me, I'm less insensitive. I mean, I still, like, have the humor part of me, and, like, I'm still super funny, and I now love being around people, and I'm way more confident. Like, I don't know. I guess my adoption just kind of made me realize that people do make fun of me, but when I came here, I just learned how to, like, grow into myself and figure myself out.
So you're pretty comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, it just took me a very long time.
Wow. Is your relationship with your parents better?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
Well, cool.
Like, I actually want to go home now.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I definitely didn't want to when I first got here.
Yeah. So you love your parents?
Yeah.
Think they love you?
Yeah.
Enough to go through all this to get you
That's
to a good
something
spot?
I always knew from the first time I got here. Kids would always be telling me, like, oh, my parents hate me because they send me here. I'm like, well, I mean, they're spending all this money, and, like, they're taking, like, they've been humble enough to say they don't know how to help you. Like, that's definitely not it.
Could your parents have done anything different?
That's a hard question, because I know, like, no parent gets to practice being a parent before they're a parent. Like, and same with a child. Like, no kid gets to practice being a kid. Like, everyone just learns as they go. But I think something that definitely could have been different is just having a more of an emotional, deeper relationship with them. Like I've been working on that with my parents right now, like asking them questions instead of always having them ask me questions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm proud of you. I know your parents have got to be proud of you, and I know that all the staff here are so proud of you as well. Thank you so much for coming in and talking and chatting. I know people are going, man, I love hearing that story of hope. I wish that could happen with my kid. Thanks.
Yeah.
You bet.